we are going to talk about George Washington. He was born in Westmoreland, Virginia, on 22nd February 1732. He was the first Prime Minister of the United States of America and changed the world. During his childhood, he was a bad student and his father died when he was only 11. By this period, he was educated by his father's stepbrother, Lawrence, who transmitted the military vocation to him. After that, George bought some lands and he became an important person.
In 1752, he joined the army and fought against Frenchmen who had invaded Ohio. Later, in 1759, he got married to Martha Dunbridge. They didn't have children because it was said that George Washington was sterile. During his period, he spent his time cultivating flour and wheat. The Grand Rider fought in the Independence War of the USA in 1776, where he was very successful. He was named chief of the army to face up to the British crown.
Before getting independence, Washington replaced the Article of Confederation by a Republican, federal, and presidential constitution. Because of this, Washington created a balance between the Republicans and Federalists. This constitution came into force in 1789. Immediately, he was chosen to be the first President of the United States. The first words of the Constitution are, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union."
His government was characterized by avoiding conflicts with other countries, and it had an efficient fiscal system. During his mandate, George created the Bank of the USA. 3 years later, he also created the new federal capital, which was called Washington in his honor. Due to this prestige, people claimed him to continue in the political life, acting as intermediary between Federalists and Republicans. However, George preferred Federalists and defended the liberal democratic model.
In 1796, he renounced voluntarily elected to a third term because he thought it would be bad for the regime of freedom that he had created. After renouncing, he retired to Mount Vernon until 1798, when he accepted the command of the army at the possibility of a war with France. The next winter, he came back to his house, exhausted by the cold and the snow. He died of laryngitis on December 14, 1799. For all these actions, George Washington is considered first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen.